Hey, Homeschoolific family, it's Diana with Homeschoolific, and I thought I'd take this time to do a quick, let me get out of this bright, bright sun, um, life update, well, really homeschool life update, and just, I'm out here in the barn. I'm gonna walk and let you guys see the animals while I tell you what we are, what we've changed over the last 2 months since we're at the technical half mark. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, because I don't know, January, February is kind of like halfway through the school year. Now I'm going to say that that's halfway through the calendar school year for us, but not lesson wise. So we have been really busy. You guys, if you've been following some of our videos, you know that my husband's campaigning for county commissioner in our district. I homeschool still three of my kids still. And Levon and I, of course, we run Homeschoolific. Then we also, I help my husband run his business. And then I teach 2 classes at our co-ops. And then I decided to take on a job with a company out in New York. And so I work for them, and that's been longer than I had planned, like the hours, I mean, not longer in time, but more hours than I had planned. And so as a result, I had to readjust our homeschool routine, which has now turned into a schedule because it had to. So one of my previous videos, I talked about how I do a routine versus a schedule. Well, guys, I have gotten to the level of business where a routine alone is not working. It's still a routine, but it's a scheduled routine. And I had to hyper schedule my routine to make it so that it made sense. Trying to find some good lighting here. It's not easy inside of a barn. It's a bad spot for lighting. It just looks terrible there. I know these chickens, they are tearing up my beautiful barn, but we clean it often, like almost every week, if the weather allows it, because the weather's been crazy lately. Anyways, so as a result, we've had to really hone in on the schedule. I have dedicated 4 hours a day for the kids' schooling, and everything I have to do with them has to be done. You might have seen my review for teaching textbooks. We've recently switched my 3rd graders' teaching textbooks over. We're still doing a Becca for his full phonics or language arts curriculum. And if you want to see what we're using, I will put a card up to show you. So everything's the same except for teaching textbooks. And I did mention that in my video that I did in December, basically saying that we might end up switching, and we did end up switching. So so that's been major changes. Also, my 9th grader, he is taking acting classes. So we have added that in. And we have not been great about our group time. And I think due to my my 3rd son's track schedule, we might have to let go of Awana's, just because it's either me driving him throughout the day, Wednesdays, to his various places so that I can have the car, or I let him take the car, which means I don't get to church on Wednesday nights because it's so far from us. So that might be something that we don't get to finish out. I'm not 100% sure. I'm working on that. But other than that, I think that's kind of the only big major changes. Moving forward, just readjusting and everything like that, I have looked at our schedule again. I'm cleaning up. I use homeschoolplanet.com, so I'm cleaning up that. I said I would be talking to you guys and showing you, like, I just picked up eggs. The hens are starting to pick up a little bit more, but they hadn't been. Here are my girls and guys, because some of them are guys. We don't know the pretty ladies. Those are the ones with the bare necks. We don't know if they're males or females. I'm struggling with finding out. But they do look a little different, so I do think one is a male and one is a female, but which one is which, I don't know. And then the ones in the middle, those are silkies. The one that looks like a hawk, we call him Hawkeye. He is a male, and the other one, the really fuzzy one, that's a female. And then I took my incubator that I got for Christmas and I hatched some chicks. Only got 3 to survive. It's been a thing I'm learning. It's not been great. So yeah. So that's my youngest chickens there. Anyway, back to homeschooling. Oh, well, actually, there's my fat pigs. That was another Christmas gift. And those are my pigs. That's Penny, the gray one. The really, really fat one that's walking right now, that is Porky. We have not found a name for the one in between yet. It's been months, a couple months now. I don't know. We'll figure out a name. Who knew pigs smack so much, right? And then I am going to go and walk around the back so you guys can see the other chickens. It's amazing what this lighting does to my skin color. So weird. Got all kind of stuff happening. And then there goes. So each one of my, these chickens don't get their own individual names. I'll tell you what they're all called. So this one's a Henny Penny, because of her color. Oh, well, it was a book that we did for the kids, and so each one of them, it reminded me of that. So they all have names, different names accordingly. Okay, you see this guy right here? He's Jason. He does have his own name. The boys have their own names because we only have 2 roosters, but that's all we need for this flock. That's another Henny Penny. That is Turkey Lurkey, and all of the great ones. And that one is Goosey Lucy. I should mention that Lavonda does not abide by these names. These are just names I made up. And then the big boy here, you can't tell how big he is, but this guy, he's pretty huge. That is Foghorn. Say hi, Foghorn. Foghorn likes to fight. Occasionally we fight. But today, he's gonna be a good boy. I'm grateful for that. And then, you can't probably tell the big difference in the video, but that right there is a Bielefelder, and I just call them babies. But they are slightly different looking from the Henny Pennies. What is the Henny Pennies? They're smaller. The Henny Pennies are smaller. You see, there's a Henny Penny. That's a Bielefelder. So they look slightly different, but they look like a cross between a lot of them. But in the face, they look like the Henny Pennies. But yeah, I still call them babies even though they're huge. He's a Bielefelder, but he's huge, right? He's a big old butt. He's very sweet though. Jason's a very friendly rooster. Highly recommend this rooster, guys, if you are looking for a rooster that will not hurt you. I have no food for you guys. I'm going now. All right. So anyway, so with all the busyness, that's pretty much what's happening. Just reevaluating. We want to be able to get school done by the summer, but y'all, we are not on schedule for that. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute what lesson I'm on our Becca. All of our, like, my 9th grader, he's always really good about getting his schoolwork done, and like better, not always good. That's a lie. He's always more ahead in his math than we are usually. And then we just started teaching textbooks, but my 3rd grader's doing 4th grade. So let me rephrase that. My high schooler does a really good job about doing his math work. So since he does a good job about his math work, his lessons are usually ahead or where we're supposed to be. My other son, he is so infatuated with being outside that if mommy messes up at all, it's over. And he doesn't do it. So, or he doesn't finish, should I say. He always is required to start, but he doesn't always finish. And that's why I had to get on my schedule, because my child was taking advantage of my busyness and not finishing the day. By 4 o'clock, I'm just done, you know? I have no more brain cells to school, and chances are I've got to get a bit more work done for something, and I'm behind on everything. So I can't. Or we got to leave, you know? So that's why I had to really tighten up the schedule. That's why I had to kind of nix the just simply routine and go straight to the schedule. I've got timers up the guys, like timers on my watch, timers on my phone. I live by timers to get it all done, but it's working, and then I take Saturdays and I rest epically as much as I possibly can. And so that's kind of how I'm getting along with it all. And then I have my husband and my boys. They're so helpful too. Like I'm not doing all this by myself. It's not even possible because I'm just me, and that's a lot. But they make it work. That's why y'all were being good. You're tied up. All right. Other than that, I think it's all the same. I changed the layout of my classroom just a little bit too, to just accommodate me working next to the kids. So that's happening. Also, I stopped my ninth grader from working in his room. I was finding him less productive. And my husband, he's been working from home a lot more, and he's been catching him just kind of like laying in bed, doing whatever. Like I said, they were taking full advantage of their mama. Like, I'm not joking, guys. So they're like, ooh, she's busy. Kids will do that. That's normal. And frankly, adults will too. I work, unto the Lord. So I try to be very good at doing what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it. But, children, they're still learning that. They're learning to be diligent. So if I'm not available to teach them to be diligent, then there's a problem. So I had to adjust my schedule. So that's our biggest change in our homeschooling. Big life changes, of course, with me working so much now. And like I said, I'll tell you what lesson I'm on for the most part. It'll make sense for some of it, I guess, if you're in, well, you know what, maybe I should say where I'm at in the calendar. That would make the most sense. Where I'm at in the calendar, because I pre-plan our school year every year ahead of time. I am still at the end of October, early November for most things. So yes, there's no way we're getting out of schooling in the summer. And while I know a lot of people love summer school, we were planning to do a lot of traveling for this summer and just projects and stuff like that. And while I still think we will do a good chunk of that, it just won't be to the level I was hoping for. And it's kind of hard because where we live, we are centralized to all these wonderful places in Texas, and they're all just like an hour to an hour and a half away. And I was so excited about getting to as many of them this summer as possible. But, we'll just pick a couple and then save the rest for next summer and just take our time about it. It's fine. But we are so far off course. And, also too, if we need to like continue it over to the next school year, I have learned to let that go. 2020 taught me a lot. And like, you know what? Life happened beyond where it's in your control. So just let it go. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. Sorry for the coloring being so off. Outside is not giving me great lighting. I don't know. But yes, and then as y'all can see, or not see, let me turn it around. As y'all can see, spring is starting to come. If y'all see up here, there's Tigger. I have recorded a few videos, but I don't think I've posted them here. Tigger has been stuck up the tree. I'm gonna come a little closer. He bounced with some help from some children from here to there, and through all kinds of things, Tigger has been stuck there. But yeah, as you guys can see, the green coming in. This tree never fully lost its leaves. I don't know why not. Last year there was no leaves on there. I don't know why. I don't know why it hasn't. That looks like snow back there, but that's just not snow. That's just, there it goes. That's just grass, dry grass. So yeah, some things are starting to show signs of spring. But it's funny because we just froze again last night, and so the few things that did pop up has died again. I don't know. This weather is it's just got a mind of its own. I mean, I don't know, So anyway, so that's kind of our homeschool update, little life update. And then I'll give you guys a rundown of life update for our family. Everybody's pretty fine and healthy. Like I had mentioned in a short that we had got sick. The household had caught the whole problem, everybody, all of us, we all caught COVID around the same time, and it just kind of did its own thing. I also ended up having a cyst in the back of my leg. It popped. I ended up in the quick care. I ended up on crutches. And actually, I was sick, but I didn't even know I was sick because I was in so much pain. I couldn't feel a thing. So I had COVID and didn't know I had COVID till I lost my sense of smell. I got all the symptoms, but they were mild. I'm really good about my herbs, and so our whole family, it was either, well, no. My third son never caught it. If he did, he didn't show any symptoms. Everybody was sick. Our family was sick for about a day each, maybe 2. My husband, I don't know if I could ever quantify him as sick. He just like, and then that was it. I felt chills and I'm tired one day, and then I was tired. Like I was cleaning out the chicken coop one day, and man, I couldn't even make it all the way back from the barn to the house. I had to just lay on a trampoline. I was so exhausted. So there was that. Flew out. My oldest son, prayers for him. He's having some health issues. So I am working to get him healthy. And so he's been in with a neurologist. So I was out there helping him. But my mom and my dad has taken over and helping him out there. So that's been great. Like I said, my husband's campaign, I think that's the biggest things going on. There's always a lot going on, and people always say, oh, you don't update us, and I'm like, I'm just living. I don't think about it all the time. I don't think to share every single thing, but I try. I really do try. And also, I'm always more interested in other people than telling people about me. So I'm kind of looking like, well, tell me about you, so it's not intentional. I don't try to hoard my information from people. I just, I literally love learning about people. And so learning about you all is more intriguing than me telling you about me. But I have this YouTube channel here, Lavonda and I have this YouTube channel here, and I'm supposed to talk about me. So there I am. I'm talking about me. Anyways, I digress. So, I think that's like the biggest things. And I had something big-ish happen recently, but I can't remember what it was. I was really happy about it, but I know. It's like, my husband and I, we are trying to get better about that, about being more celebratory about big things that happens. When something good happens to us, we like, yay, and then we move on to the next thing. And so while that's been really great for getting a lot of things done, it doesn't really create those milestones that you want a lot of times. So we are trying to get better about that, celebrating the moments. My husband he's just done some really great things in business recently, and I'll put a link down below what he does. I know people want to know what he does. He helps other companies though grow, and he does personal branding and coaching, and so he does a lot of consulting, and he's just done some amazing things. He's recently got reacquainted with a company he did a magazine for. They thought they could find someone better to do the job. I don't know if they thought better. I don't know what they thought. I don't know, but they came back because he's really good at what he does, and for the price he charges, he's really good. His company, like, it's amazing. Okay, I'm rambling. I can talk about my family. I just struggle, So yeah, so that's about it. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't mind, please hit that like button. Say hi to Clifford and Coffee, and thank you guys for watching. If you are interested in getting consulting, yes, we are still consulting. Go ahead and check us out in the link below. Our time slots are limited, so if they get filled up, you'll have to just book when it's available. Anything else? Nope. Love you all. God bless you all. Bye.